let's talk about Aion 2 because I'm excited about Aion 2, man. So if you guys haven't heard about Aion, Aion holds a special place in Mahat. Aion, it's so funny, man. Aion, I'm actually surprised that I was able to play Aion, considering that when Aion came out, when did Aion come out? Aion came out, let me see, when did Aion release? Aion came out 2008. So, bro, that was my prime World of Warcraft days. Aion came out around a time where people were swearing up and down that they were going to be the WoW killer, right? Every single, like, how today we get a bunch of live service video games nonstop 24/7 because everybody's chasing to be like the next Fortnite killer. Like they want to be the next Fortnite. They want to take over where Fortnite's at, all that stuff. It was the same thing with World of Warcraft back in the day, right? So in 2008, this was prime World of Warcraft time. So this was at a time where every studio was making MMORPGs. Every fucking studio was making MMORPGs, okay? Considering how hardcore I was playing WoW, I'm actually surprised. Not that I look at the date, I'm surprised how I was able to do so much time in Aion. But I did. Aion was this fantastic MMORPG, Eastern MMORPG. Truly, truly fantastic. The combat was amazing. The PvP was amazing. I played a sorcerer personally at the time. And just the world was so fun to explore. The world looked amazing. Like just the detail that they had in that world was crazy. The characters all looked amazing. The gear looked amazing. You had like sieges that you can do and stuff like that. I mean, it was so good. Aion was so good. Unfortunately, the game did eventually die off because what happened is the same thing that happened with every MMORPG at the time, which was people would leave World of Warcraft temporarily to go play whatever the hottest new MMO was, and then they would end up leaving and going back to WoW a couple of months later, and then the game would die. It's like the same fucking thing. It's the same thing that happens with the live service video games right now. Also, there was obviously like with Eastern video games, you got a lot of bots in the chat. You got real money traders. You got all, but every MMO has that, especially now. But Aion 2 is apparently a video game that already exists. Okay, it's out in their native countries, but it's been waiting for its English localization, and apparently that is coming to fruition. Aion 2 is going to be releasing globally this year, and I will definitely be checking it out. To be honest with you, I'm only going to be checking it out due to my just nostalgia. I'm going to be so upfront with you. My nostalgia is going to be the reason why I'm going to check out Aion 2. Not only that, it does look good. Like from the trailers that I've seen, the gameplay I've seen, it does look good. But my nostalgia is going to make me check out Aion 2 just out of curiosity to see if it's anything like the first one. But unfortunately, it looks like they might be going the free-to-play route because apparently it had a lot of microtransaction problems at launch, which is a little bit concerning. So we're going to see what's going on here. Aion 2, NCSoft sequel to the original Aion, set 200 years after the original game. Launched in November of last year, to some mixed opinions about its microtransaction schemes. That doesn't appear to have stopped the sequel from picking up steam, though. Literally, it'll be coming to Steam as part of global release later this year. I feel like these games are going to really be held down by modern-day microtransaction bullshit, because back in the day in 2008, you really weren't having too much of that. Like, you had a little bit of that. NCSoft was a pretty shitty company, but they delivered on a really good game with Aion 1. But now in today's world, like today's modern microtransaction hellscape that we live in, I feel like it's going to be really muddied with this game. At launch, Aion 2 will be accessible globally. It will maintain servers in 4 regions with in-game language options for English, French, German, Spanish, and Portuguese, Japanese, Korean, Russian, and Chinese. It says the question is, has NCSoft made good on its promises last year to change things in time for this global launch? Things were so bad that the developer had to issue an emergency apology for the game after it went live in Korea and Taiwan last year, stating that they were complacent and unthoughtful. While I can't speak to it personally, I wouldn't hold my breath for a completely revitalized game with zero pay-to-win elements whatsoever. This is, after all, NCSoft making it free-to-play MMO. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Pay to win, right? Pay to win is going to be a big, big problem. If they actually do have pay to win in this game, brother, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to check out the trailer because I haven't seen the trailer in a while. Let me see if they have anything new on Steam for the trailer for Aion 2. I'm going to bring it up right now because if you guys have never seen Aion in general, then you can check it out here. It's a short trailer. It's like a minute long. So let's see. Let's bring it up on screen and let's see what we got. Aion 2. Here we go. One thing I will say is that you never have to worry about the girls looking fucking ugly. I'll tell you that. When it comes to Aion or just like these kind of Eastern video games, you never have to worry about that. Especially in Aion though. Aion is all like Aion was all about how your character looked. A lot of the time, people work their ass off to make their like gear look as good as possible. That was like a big selling point in Aion. So if they keep that going in Aion 2, I don't think you're gonna have a problem with that. And this was one of like the first MMORPGs, especially from the East, to have this level of action combat all the way back in 2008. Like their combat was so good. It was action, but it was also tab target in a way. Like it was very interesting how they actually managed to blend all of the popular MMO mechanics back in the day. I wonder if it's going to be similar now, but I gotta imagine it will be. Just obviously like evolved from what it was, but still. Oh, and Aeon obviously had flying too back then. I think that this was before World of Warcraft even had flying. This was one of the big selling points in Aeon because you were actually able to have like these wings that allowed you to actually fly through the world like this. Now it seems like you could have a mount, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you were able to fly. You were able to fly in the game, and you could have PvP in the sky. So, like, if you just wanted to randomly take flight, you could take flight and then start fighting each other in the sky. It was crazy shit, man. I'm telling you, that was one of the biggest selling points, man. The wings at the time, anyway. Now it's like, whatever because obviously, like, flying is in a lot of video games now. But back then, the fact that you can not only fly but also do PvP in the air. Now, obviously, it was limited to like you couldn't just stay in the air. Like you had a system that eventually would run out, I believe, if I remember correctly. Especially if you took damage. But it was fucking crazy. It was so. When I tell you this game was ahead of its time, I was so addicted to this game. I really was. This game was fantastic. I wish it never died in population, and it was so good, so good. But it did have its faults, obviously too. It's not like fucking perfect, you know. Let's look at some screenshots. What do we got? Like the world building in Aion was so good. It was so good. Like each zone looked magical. Each zone looked like something you actually wanted to fucking explore. It wasn't boring to look at. Each character, each enemy, everything looked interesting. You know what I mean? But I just worry that knowing that this game is going to be free to play now and having the level of microtransactions that it's going to have. I mean, their character creator was pretty decent too back in the day. But as you can clearly see, they're going to make sure that it stays in Aion 2, you know? So, I mean, look at this. Holy fucking thunder thighs, girl. God damn. Listen, man, I'm excited, but I'm also not going to be ignorant. Okay. I'm not going to be ignorant to what NC Soft is going to do or potentially do with Aion 2. I'm not going to be ignorant to it. I will try it out because it's free to play, so there's no monetary investment. And I'll probably stream it too, to be honest with you, because I fucking love this franchise. But, you know, I also know that the chance of this being what I remembered is probably going to be very slim. Very, very slim. So, but I hope it's good. I really do hope it's good because I really would love nothing more than a really good Aion sequel that actually sticks around this time. I think that'll be pretty sick. So we'll see how that goes. But that's gonna be interesting. Let me X this out really quick. I'm excited for that, man. 2026. I don't know when it's gonna come out in 2026, but we'll see when that happens.